Hi, welcome to our daily encounter. Today we study Luke chapter 1. And in Luke chapter 1 you have about three main characters. You have Zacharias, the father of John the Baptist, and Elizabeth, his wife. And then you have also Mary, the mother of Jesus. But there's another main character that oftentimes is overlooked in this chapter, and that's Gabriel, who was an angel of the Lord that was sent to give the pronouncement both to Zacharias about his son, and then also to Mary concerning her son. And so Gabriel was able to give this pronouncement to both of these people. And it's interesting when you think about and look at this story from the perspective of Gabriel. You think about the contrast of these two people that he comes to meet. Now, for instance, one is a man and one is a woman. One is Zacharias, one is Mary. Zacharias, of course, a man. Mary is a woman, which in God's eyes doesn't matter. I mean, women are looked at the same, but in society, women were kind of looked down upon in the Jewish society at that time. And so they were kind of in a different status as far as society was concerned, just based upon their sex. But then also you see a stark contrast in that Zacharias was a priest. He was of a priestly role. He was serving the Lord in the temple when Gabriel comes to him, burning incense, which means that he was a very prestigious person, probably very well known among the Jewish community. He was very looked up at. Whereas with Mary, you have her, she's kind of just this obscure person. She comes to the story as though she's just this obscure, probably a teenage young girl. She's very, very young. She's still a virgin. She comes from the city, from Nazareth, from Galilee, which was a despised region. As Nathanael said in John chapter 1, can anything good come out of Nazareth? That's just the attitude that the Jews had. At least because Galilee was in the northern part of Palestine, and the ones in the southern part where Jerusalem was and all that, they looked down upon them. Not quite as much as they did the Samaritans, but they just weren't seen in the same light as other Jews that were from the southern part. And so she's from that despised region as well. And so you have these two different people from two totally different backgrounds, and Gabriel comes and gives a wonderful pronouncement to both of them. Zacharias' son, John the Baptist, was going to be a prophet. He was going to pave the way for the Lord. He was going to lead a lot of people to repentance. This is what is prophesied concerning Zacharias' son. And Mary's son, of course, is going to be the Messiah himself. To quote from Matthew chapter 1, he would be called Emmanuel, which means God with us. And so that was a great pronouncement to her as well. But both of these great, wonderful pronouncements were, again, given to these people from totally different backgrounds, which shows us that God can use us in no matter where we're from, no matter what our background is. Whether we're from the big city and we're some lawyer from the big city, or if we're some doctor, or maybe we're some powerful politician, or if we are some movie star with popularity. You know, God can use us in those particular roles, or He can even use us if we're just some obscure person from the country, from somewhere out of the way, and nobody, we're not a household name, nobody really knows who we are, we don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of power, we're just the regular people. God can use those type of people as well. God can use whoever He wants to accomplish His will and to do His purpose. I believe it was the last year in our devotion last year that we focused on Luke chapter 1 and verse 37, where it says, "For nothing is impossible for God." And that could be really the key verse in this chapter. Nothing will be impossible for God, and that's definitely true. He made the woman who was too old to have a baby, and He made the woman who was too young and that she wasn't even married yet to have a baby. So on both sides of the scale, He's able to make both of them. And that should be kind of the attitude of our lives is that, you know what, it doesn't matter where I come from, it doesn't matter what other people think about me, it doesn't matter if I have a doctor before my name. None of that matters. What matters is that I'm submitting to the Lord, and that I allow the Lord to work in my life to accomplish what normally would be impossible, and to accomplish His will and His purpose. He is the God that can make the barren bring forth child, and even the virgin bring forth child. And He's the one that can accomplish great things in my life, and He's the one that can accomplish great things in your life as well. So let's let Luke chapter 1 be a word of encouragement for us, that whether we're a Zacharias or if we're a Mary, in either case, we can be used by the Lord and accomplish great things on His behalf. So with that, I thank you guys for listening in today. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day today. Love you guys. God bless.